Well, if you want to know about my background, I am a pure Punjabi breed. That defines me, that I am a Punjabi from North India. I'm from Delhi. Currently, I am based out of Noida now after marriage. And to talk about my previous education, I'm a doctor, I'm a dentist by profession. And that too, I specialize in aesthetic dentistry. I worked in Fortis for the longest time and left dentistry when I got pregnant. I have to take a maternity leave at that time because the pregnancy was kind of little difficult. So I have to take a long maternity leave. But I guess um, destiny has some other plans for me. Um, when my daughter was 1 month old, I got epileptic attacks, and they came to know that there is a very big cyst in my brain, which is giving me a lot of attacks at that time. So I was getting seizures. Focal seizures were very frequent. My right hand used to shake all the time. I couldn't. So my doctor suggested me at that time that I shouldn't continue dentistry for some time till all of these symptoms subside. Actually, I never had any baking, background as such. Not a single person in my family knows how to bake. I am the first person who ever baked anything. And my mother, she's a homemaker and not very educated, but very intelligent. I call her the, supreme power, supreme house of our, supreme court of our house. So she has drilled that into my head that I have to become a doctor. Okay. Because she wanted to become a doctor and she couldn't because of some family issues and, the girl child is not uh, uh, supposed to be very educated at that time. So my mother was very clear since the very beginning when I was born that she has to become a doctor. So it's just like Three Idiots wala jo movie tha, मेरी बेटी doctor banegi. So it was just decided and it was drilled in my head since the very beginning. But I have always found myself interested in the kitchen. So when I got the epilepsy and I have to leave dentistry for some time, so I thought, let me just, do something which I really love doing, that is in kitchen. So baking was something I have never tried, never tried. So I baked my first ever cake when I was 30 year old. This year I'm gonna be. I'm sorry, I'm telling my age. I'm not sure, but I have no shame in telling. This year I'm gonna be 37. So it's a 7 years back. I baked my first ever cake in a microwave because I never had an oven at that time. So I baked a microwave cake. It came out really well. I baked it for my husband's birthday. Um, he quite liked it and I got the confidence. So once her birthday was over, I told my husband that I want to learn this skill. I never got into baking thinking that this is going to be the profession I'm going to choose ever. I just get into it for the fun of it so that I can make cake for my daughter. So I got to know about an institute in Delhi. So I enrolled myself for a diploma there. It was a 3 month diploma, I guess. And while doing the diploma, I realized that this is something I'm really enjoying. And this is something I really want to do. But then once the diploma was over, I started baking, I started making cakes, but I was uh, very interested in fondant work. How it became a profession is once I did that diploma, I started baking, I started making cakes, especially the fondant cakes, because I wanted to experiment a lot. At that time, my group, my social circle was full of doctors, my dentist friends. So they started noticing it. So they knew that I have left dentistry and this is something, I am doing as a hobby. So they considered it as a hobby. And I was also considering it as a hobby, not as a profession at that time. they started giving me orders. They said that, why don't you make a cake for my mother? Why don't you make a cake for my daughter? So that's how I started baking for them. Initially, I was giving it free of cost, but then I thought that there's a lot of money which is getting involved. Baba, I need to charge. And I started charging from my doctor friends, and they started spreading the word for me, and I started getting orders. Then I thought that this is the right time. I need to update my skills because I was already very interested in this fondant art. So I have done a lot of classes from very famous Indian and international artists, and that's how I updated myself, and that's how the journey started. And this is like a permanent thing for me, and a hobby which has turned into a profession. I don't know when, but I am loving it. So I don't think that this self-learning really helps, especially self-learning watching. I made my first dhokla through a YouTube video. So this is, I would say that, when I'm making something for a hobby, but if I want to pursue something as a profession, I want to excel in that, I want to earn money out of it, you need to be professionally trained for certain skills, right? Then only you can set up your business accordingly. So a professional training from an expert is very important if you are willing to take this profession as a something very serious. If you're serious about it and you're willing to take this profession seriously, you need to have professional learning from an expert, from a professional person. It is very important. So I always have this thing in my mind that whenever I want to learn something, I want to learn from the best. Because I always tell my students that please check the reviews, please check the authenticity of the tutor before spending your money into it. If that particular institute or a person is well knowledgeable to give you that kind of skills, then only invest your money into it. Because if you learn something which is not right, it is very difficult to unlearn the wrong things, then to learn the right things. So, and later on, when you want to learn something right, it gets very difficult for you to unlearn the previous things which weren't right, which you have learned from a not so reliable source. So always invest your money into good tutors, good institutes, and good experts. So then only you can actually, whatever the money you'll invest, you have to take it out later on when you start earning, right? That's how we call it investment. It should give you a fruit later on. So a learning from an expert is kind of investment, just like you invest in good tools, good bakery supplies. So that ways your skills and your diploma and whatever the class is, they should come from a professional expert. One thing I really want to tell here is that experience speaks a lot. You need to see from how many years this particular teacher is teaching this set of skills and how many students have learned from them. Don't go for a tutor who has learned the same thing just few months back from some other teacher, right? I believe that experience speaks a lot about a teacher, because with experience only you can, when you become a teacher, you are able to answer each and every question your student is asking. Not that the kind of thing you are teaching, the set of knowledge you are giving at a certain period of time in a particular class, you are able to answer all the questions related to it as well. Initially, when I started baking and I was experimenting and I started putting it on my Facebook page, posting it on my Facebook page, my few doctor friends, they noticed and they wanted me to make a cake for their family. I thought that I am not in a position to ask money for it. I thought that let it be an experiment for me, wherein I'm experimenting with the art, and if something will come out nice, they will get a good cake and I'm going to get the good reviews about the work. So money was not the priority in the first 6 months, because I just wanted to do it. I just don't wanted to keep myself occupied. As I said that I started it as a hobby. So money was never a point at that time. If I'll go beyond the 6 months time, the first initial 6 months, no money at all. All the cakes I have given to the family and friends was absolutely free of cost. Later on, after 6 months or 8 months, when there are like more and more people who are coming and asking for the cake, I realized that, oh my God, now I have to ask money for it, because I am spending a lot of money into it. And all those people who are into baking, they know that everything is very expensive, very heavy on pocket. And I never wanted anything to be very heavy on my husband's pocket. So I was, since the very beginning, I am someone who will want to earn on her own, not to be dependent on anyone else. That's how my parents have raised me. I was making enough in the first 1 year itself that I can think about following the same profession. I don't remember I can't tell you in terms of money or in terms of zeros I was earning at that time, 5 years back. But I always knew that I was never into loss. I've always found myself in profit, because I have never underpriced my cakes. And that approach really helped me. So I have never underpriced my cakes. I'm not giving a fondant cakes for 1,000 rupees or 1,200 rupees a kg. I remember that I started by taking 17 or 1800 a kg, and that was a decent amount 5 years back, when nobody else was doing fondant cakes in Delhi. And I was getting good orders because my fondant work was good. The cakes were beautiful, aesthetically beautiful, and they were tasting also good, very good, in fact. So I was getting repeated orders, and word of mouth really works. It doesn't matter that if there are a lot of bakers around you. It doesn't matter at all. You know, every baker has their set of clients who are not going anywhere else. If you are true to your profession, if you are giving your 100% to your clients, they are not going anywhere. Every tailor has their own clients. Every boutique has their own clients. Every baker has their own client, and they are not going anywhere. Why some people come to bakers to celebrate their happiness? You are a part of their happiness. Make it worthwhile for them. Make it worth it for them. You are a part of someone's celebration. So give your cake. Your cakes should be happy. You should give happy cakes to your clients, and never come across with your clients as a very cribbing person. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Talk to your clients nicely. They are in a different frame of mind when they are contacting you. They want a best baker and they want a best cake to make their celebration and their happiness tenfold. And you are just helping it in them, right? So use the best ingredients, use the best kind of material you can, give your best and charge for it. You think that I have just started my business and there is a lot of competition around me, and I need to sell my cakes at a lesser rate than the XYZ baker around me. Trust me, it will not gonna work. Why? If you will sell your cake at a lower price, wherein you are not getting any profit out of it, after a few months, you will get frustrated in doing what you are doing, right? Because you're not getting any profit out of it. And till what time, at what stage you are willing to spend money from your pocket if you're not getting any profit out of it? So your clients will eventually find another baker. Once you will start increasing your price, they will find some other baker. Just quote an amount which is good enough for you and good enough for your clients as well, so that you don't have to keep on changing your prices every now and then. Just maintain your rate, and moreover, if you'll underprice, later on you will get frustrated and you will leave the profession. because it is not giving you anything back. But at the same time, you have ruined the market before leaving the profession. You have ruined it for other bakers, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing. So yes, you have to work really hard. You have to make your own portfolio, start making good cakes. If you're not getting orders, start building up some designs on dummy cakes. These days, there are some really good dummies, which we all are using to teach the decoration part. You can use those dummies and build up your portfolio. 5 years back, people used to order for just birthdays. Now there is a trend for engagement cake as well, and suddenly the baby shower also came into picture with Indians, because in the last 8 years the dynamics have changed in the society. We are following a lot of Western trends as well, and as and when we are following the Western trends, the demand of cakes have increased. They want to celebrate each milestone of their kids. So the audience has increased, definitely. Their demand has increased, definitely, because the celebrations have increased. If your client is not willing to pay the amount you are asking, they are not your clients.
Correct.
Leave them. Forget about them. Wait for your clients. As I said in the beginning, every baker has a set of their own clients, and you will eventually get those clients with each passing day. The main thing about the home bakers, or with any other profession as well, that you have to build up your market. Don't think that, oh, today I have learned from this particular expert, I have acquired the skills, I have started running my home bakery, okay, and from the next month onwards I'll start earning. No, this is not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen. Every business needs some amount of time to build up. You need to wait for that time, and till that time you need to work on your product. Your product has to speak for itself. And in our cases, especially in a home baker case, we don't have a fancy shop to show ourselves. That show off is not there. We don't have fancy shops. We don't have a beautiful cafe wherein we can attract clients who are just passing by. No, we should have an attractive social media page, and that should be attractive enough to attract the clients. And don't think the profits will gonna come in the first year. The first year is always about investment, learning the skills, and working really hard. As I said, you need to make your portfolio really good. Your product should speak for itself. Work on that. Don't think about the profit. If you can only be successful in this business, especially this business, I'm telling you, if you love it, if you are enjoying it. If you are not enjoying it, and if you don't love your profession, trust me, one day you will get fed up. Just like you can get fed up in a 9-to-5 job as well. You need to absolutely love your profession or baking, or if you want to take it really seriously, and have to serious about it as well. Okay. Yeah. So first year is not a profitable year. From second year, you should start earning. And if after giving 1.5 years in this profession, and if you don't have more than 100 clients for yourself, you need to work on your PR then. You need to focus on your marketing. Somebody from my family asked me that, Megha, whatever you are doing, okay, you are doing good, your cakes are tasty, they are very beautiful, and okay, you are traveling a lot, you are doing classes and all, okay, everything is fine, but whatever you are doing, this can be done by a 10th grade 10th pass student as well, or a 12th pass person as well. You are a doctor. Okay. And you have a degree, you went to New York and you have studied, and why you are doing it? So I just told them one thing, that in this profession, I am earning more than what I would have earned as a dentist. This is a profitable business for me. I am earning well enough that I can take care of myself. I can take care of my traveling. If I have to take an international travel, I can take care of that. And yeah, I said earlier as well, marketing is very important. What is the point doing good cakes when there is nobody is there to appreciate it? If you want to sell it, right? If you want to sell something in the market, it has to be present in the market in front of everyone. These days, Instagram is working better than Facebook. This I have observed. You want to do PR for yourself. You want to market your own product, be very active on social media, because whenever anyone in your circle wants to order a cake, you should be present on social media every day in front of their eyes. You should, even if they are just passing by, just scrolling the stories and scrolling the wall of their Facebook, and you are just passing by, right? But your product will create an impression in their head. So whenever they want to order a cake in future or maybe after some days, you should be the first person who should come in their mind to order a cake rather than anyone else. And how it is possible? You need to be very active on social media. You put a picture, a good picture, and immediately you will get an order, and immediately your client who's looking at that picture and think that I want the same cake for my birthday. So each and every picture of your product should be beautiful enough so that it can create that curiosity in your client's mind. As I said, that I need to keep updated myself with the new current trends, and the trends are changing every now and then. And there is someone or the other tutor who's coming up with a good class, then I pick up that class. In this lockdown, I focused more on baking than fondant. So I picked up few classes which I always wanted to do online. I took advantage of the fact that these brilliant teachers are giving some really good online classes, and it's the best time to attend those classes. I think whatever profession you choose, you got to love it. Then only you can excel in it. You need to love your profession. You need to have that passion for your profession. Whenever if you're sleeping in the night and if you're waking up in the morning, there has to be that love for your work, which will make you get up from the bed and you want to do something, something good today.